Hello everyone and welcome to Authentic Now Yoga, the online yoga studio for anybody and everybody. My name is Jody Pignole and today we're going to do a full class. Because this is Thanksgiving week, I thought it would be fun and light to do it in celebration of birds. So not all, a lot of yoga poses that are named after birds. We'll have fun with that. And then also just kind of get our energy moving so that we can have a nice healthy metabolism for digesting if we are going to gather with friends and family this week. But even though it's a Thanksgiving week, this video is still relevant any day of the year. So we're going to just start out with our easy seated pose, finding some mindfulness, finding some connection to our bodies. Yeah, slowing down. Just seeing where we can release tension. Common places of holding are in the jaw, shoulders, butt cheeks, belly, hip flexors if you're seated. Yeah, and I'm just going to be quiet for a little while you spend some time quiet with yourself, connecting with your body, seeing what's what. Let's take a few breath cycles. Imagine all of that air is filling up your whole being from the inside. Nourishing every cell. I mean, it is, but nice. Whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. So, of course, the other obvious theme that we can think about during the practice today is gratitude. What is it that we are thankful for? And maybe it's just simply having a body that can practice yoga. Whatever it is, you can play with that if you want. All right, so we're going to do our warm-up in the standing position. So let's just come into a quick child's pose. Maybe you want to set an intention. Maybe you just want to start witnessing this process of settling into your body more, opening up the hips, lengthening the spine. Practicing gratitude. Nice. All right, let's push back into a squat. So take your time, do whatever version of this pose that's going to work for you and your body. Just working our way in and starting to open up some places that we're going to need to have open for the poses that we're going to be doing. You can twist it, you can sit still in it. And then let's work back and forth from squat to a forward fold and spend a little time getting that forward fold dialed in before you move back to your squat. And then we'll just easily and casually move back and forth as we kindly encourage our body to move. meet up at a forward fold. We'll spend a few breath cycles here. Just witnessing the spine lengthening here, whatever version you're in. And then let's just walk our hands up our legs. Bring ourselves up to a standing position. So we're going to do our warming up here, as I said. So let's just start with a little body shake, a little vibrating legs, torso, arms. You can bring the head in there if that's not too disturbing. Yeah, just really starting to shake things loose. It's a great way to release tension. Okay, so let's stand on one foot and then take that opposite foot and just open up the bottoms and the tops, the bottom and the top of that foot. It only has one bottom and one top. Yeah, keeping it in the lane of the ankle. Just working on opening that up. And then let's take that and rotate that foot and make circles in reverse directions. Nice, and you can flex and extend. Nice, and then let's point that toe and draw a big circle from the knee. Yeah, oops. Circle-ish, reverse directions. All right, you can shake that out a little more. We'll switch sides. So open the bottom and the top of that foot. Get those toes loosened up. You can flex and extend. When I'm teaching a class full of people, I love to hear all the popping joints when we're doing these things. All right, make a circle with the ankle and reverse. And then point the toe, make a circle, ish, as I say. It's a nice little focusing tool technique to really try and dial in that circle. Excellent. All right, hands to the hips. Let's gently circle the pelvis. Imagine you're polishing the inside of a wine barrel. I don't know why one would need to, but it's a good image. And then reverse. Yes, I can say I feel things are starting to loosen up. And then we'll do one more little warm-up piece before we move into our standing poses. So find your feet, maybe make them shoulder width apart. And let's take our hands just overhead. You can cross your thumbs, lengthen a line, and then just side bend over to the left. Yeah, bring it back up, reach and grow, side bend to the right. Come on back up. Let's grab, with the left hand, grab the right wrist and just pull gently as you come over to the left. Inhale, come on up, switch wrists. Pull gently as you come over to the right. Yeah. Right back up, reach for the sky. Release your arms. Okay, let's take the feet about a leg length apart. Now this is gonna you're gonna have to determine this by your body and what it's available for. So we're gonna turn the heels in, toes out, and then we're gonna bring this whole pelvis down, straight down to the mat. The knees, you're gonna want to have them over your ankle. That's how you're gonna decide where your feet are going. Okay, and then we're gonna take our hands to our knees. We're just gonna settle that booty. Let it sink down into gravity. As that lengthens the spine, you can reach up with the crown of the head. Yeah, feel all that length in there. Got to make some room in your tummy for your feast, if that's happening. Okay, so with that length, we're going to take the right shoulder forward, the left shoulder back, and just find a little spiral here. Inhale back up, switch sides. So left forward shoulder, right shoulder back. Left forward, shoulder forward. Oh, right shoulder back. Let's do one more each side. Maybe wiggle in the middle, lengthen a little bit more. Sink a little more if you've got it. Spiral over to the left. Keep lengthening here. Excellent. Back to center and over to the right. Yeah. Back to center. Come on back up. We're going to bring our feet parallel. Parallel, yes. All right, let's reach those arms out. Wide in the collarbones, wide in the shoulders. Get all that space in there. Let's take the right toes towards the wall. We'll take the left toes forward. Left hand to hip as we reach the right fingers forward. Find a triangle pose. So the hand can come to the leg, it can come to a block, it can come to the mat. If it comes to the mat and you are no longer in a side bend in a two-dimensional pose, just bring it up higher, that's all. So what we're doing is a little bit of bird of paradise prep. I'm not going to demonstrate a bird of paradise because I don't have that in my wheelhouse, but we're going to do some things that are just work us in that way. And if you have that, you can take it when we're ready. Okay, so we're going to take our left hand, internally rotate it a little bit, and reach it back behind the back. And now let this shoulder start to open up again. So we've got the shoulders in the same plane. The spine is lengthening, the legs are grounded. This is what we've got going on here. Maybe you can reach that thigh, depending on where you are. Beautiful. Look down at your foot. Release. Come on back up. Let's just simply switch the legs, or the feet, I mean. Ground, grow, reach. Reaching out with the right or the left fingertips. Finding your distance, finding your place on your leg or your block. Then let's take this hand, internally rotate a little bit. So the palm is facing back. And then get those shoulders in the same plane. Maybe this hand is reaching all the way to the thigh, making a little clasp. Yeah, focus on opening that chest, opening the shoulder, breathing. Yeah. All right, let's look down at the foot. Come on back out. We're going to point those toes the opposite direction. We're going to come into a side angle pose. So if you need to widen your stance a little bit to make sure you've got enough opening here where that knee is not going out over the toes. And you might want to have a block handy. So we're going to take a side angle, but we're going to revolve it first. So legs grounded, arms out first, open that chest. We're facing along the side of the parallel with the side of the mat. We're not turning that chest. So as we move into this posture, we have a couple possibilities. Right hand can come to the hip, left hand can come to the knee. Left elbow can come to the knee, left hand can come to the block. On the outside of that foot, or maybe you can reach, you've got all the way that nice spiral to work on the outside of that knee. So find that posture that's going to work for you right now. These legs and feet are super grounded. We're lengthening. You want to reach up with that right arm, and that's working. Yes. You can stay on the hip if that works better for you. One more breath. Excellent. All right, working your way out. We'll switch the feet. We'll take the block with us. If you're using it, you might not need it. All right, setting up the legs. Those left toes are pointed straight forward. Back toes are forward a little bit. I'm gonna reach out my arms. I'm gonna grow my spine. Just feeling that whole body is ready for what's coming. So take that right hand wherever is appropriate for you in your pose. Spiraling the spine. Lifting up the left, if that's where you're headed. Two more breath cycles. Where can you find opening? Where can you tweak your alignment? Excellent. All right, come on out. Back to the first side. All right, let's get our feet set up again. I'm going to come into that side angle pose. So a couple possibilities here. The hand comes to the knee. The elbow comes to the knee. I'm going to widen my stance. The hand comes to the block. You can have this hand reach up. We can also have that reach around. And maybe the right hand can come through and we can make a clasp, if that's going to work for you. I'm not going to hold that, but I'm working on my way. It's all an evolution, a process. Nice. Open that chest. Sink those legs. Feel the grounding in both feet. Excellent. All right, let's come on out. Doing great. On your way to Bird of Paradise. Okay, setting up the feet, the legs, the spine, the arms. Coming into the hand, the elbow, the hand on a block. Opening up that pelvis, reaching this arm around if you'd like. Reaching this through and making a clasp. You personalize it. Yes. Okay, let's come on out. Put that block away. What's one thing that birds need? Trees. So let's practice a tree pose. So let's first remind ourselves of what it feels like to be in a nice, tall, standing mountain pose where our legs are underneath us and they're engaged. Our core is engaged and aligned. Yes, nice. And then we're just going to shift that over to the left leg. So use the wall if you need to use the wall for balance. You can put your back up against it or you can use your hand. And we're going to take that right foot. It can be on the mat at the ankle, which is really wonderful if you struggle with balance. It can be up against the calf. It does not want to be against the knee because that's not good for your knee. It can be up against your inner or your upper thigh. Yes, so hands in prayer pose. At your heart, over your head. We're reaching full branches. Yeah, just spend some time here, really rooting into that leg. Extending the spine, opening the chest, softening the breath. Yeah. Maybe you're so still that some birds want to come and land on you. That'd be surprising. Nice. All right, gently bring it back in. If you need to shake anything out, shake it out. And then we'll shift over to the other leg, reminding yourself of that engagement, and then finding that position for your foot. Okay, and hands in prayer pose. With the heart overhead, or reach out the branches. Really root into that foot. Imagine you have roots all the way extending down into the earth. The sun is shining on your branches. The breath is soft. You can't do it wrong. Nice. All right, bring it back in. So we're going to do one more standing balancing posture in honor of the majestic eagle. So we're first going to start out with the legs, because that might just be enough for you. We'll add the arms if you want on the next round. But first, let's just find that nice balanced standing leg on the left side. We'll take the right knee over the left. We'll bend the left knee somewhat. So this might be where you stay. This is a great place to be to work on your balance. Plenty to do here. This right toe can just sort of hover on the mat and give you extra support if you need that. You can take your hands in prayer pose. And if you're feeling good, you can wrap that leg more. If you're feeling even better, you can sit that back down a little. My core is engaged, my spine is aligned, my collarbones are open. Breathing. Good. Yes. Find that stillness. All right. Come on out. Oop. As gently as you are able. It's okay to not be perfect. I say, talking to myself. Okay. Wiggle if you need to wiggle. We're going to shift our weight over to our right leg. I'm going to bring that left knee over the right knee. Stop here if you like. Wrap if you can. Hands in prayer pose. Sit it if you have that level. Yes, everybody. Nice. Just soften, breathe. Feel that core engagement. Soft gaze, soft jaw. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, I feel it. And then bring yourself out the same way you went in if you can. Nice. Okay, we're going to find ourselves back on our left leg. So you can just work on the bottom half if you want to. We're going to add the arms this time, but you do what feels right. All right, bending that left knee, bringing the right knee on top. Wrapping if you've got it. Ooh. Nice. This time we're going to add the arms. So we're going to bring the right elbow under the left. You can take the back of the hands together. You can bring the palms together. Maybe this is it. Maybe you can sit it down a little. Lift the arms. What does it require? No thoughts, that's for sure. All right, make your way out whenever you're ready. Shake, wiggle. Do whatever you need to do. It's your class. Okay, we're going to find ourselves on our right leg. Slightly bend. Bring the left knee over. Wrap if you've got that. Reach out the arms. This time we'll take the left elbow under the right. Cross, wrap. Sit if you can, lift the elbows. Really soften the mind, the breath, the gaze, while engaging the rest of the body. Beautiful eagle pose. Nice, everybody. See if you can come out gracefully. Beautiful. All right, I think it's time for a child's pose. Take a little rest, or you can come onto your back and do a shavasana, whatever rest speaks to you. All right, let's come up to all fours. We'll find our knees underneath our hips, hands underneath our wrists underneath the shoulders. Just find a nice neutral spine. Maybe you can just tilt that pelvis back and forth to see if you can sense where a neutral pelvis would be. Engaging the core as you lengthen your spine. Set the shoulders on the back. Reach forward with the crown. You're going to want all of this engagement and alignment for what's coming next. Widen the fingers. So we're going to find a Sunbird Pose, which I love. Curl those left toes under. Extend that leg. Keep the hips in the same position. Bring that leg up parallel with the mat. Stay here if you'd like, if this is plenty. Otherwise, you can reach forward with that opposite arm. So the right arm's coming forward, thumb up towards the ceiling. Yes, feel the support of the right leg and the left arm. Excellent. Bring that back in. Do what you need to do. Find your core again. Find the grounding and the support of the shoulders. Let's curl the right toes under. Lift that knee. Lift the leg till it's parallel. Just feel that nice long line from the leg, the bottom of that foot, reaching through the leg, through the torso, through, you can bring the crown of the head in the mat, in the mix. And if you're feeling good here, reach forward with that left arm. Yeah. Imagine I'm coming in, just gently extending your left arm even further, or the leg. Excellent. Lovely, lovely. Okay, so we're going to do 2 more rounds, and you have the option of doing what we just did, which is opposite arm and leg, or you can work on the same side. Actually, I'm going to, just so I can be open at first, let's curl the right toes under again, lift that leg up, and then balance on the left hand and the left knee. And maybe you can just work on that balance by lifting that hand ever so much. Or maybe you're going to reach it all the way out. And if you like that, maybe you might just want to open it up this way. Got lots to play with. You listen to your body. Which posture inspires you? Which posture is aligned with your ability? Excellent. All right, bring it back in. We just have one more to do, so we'll extend that left leg. Bring it up parallel with the mat. Reach and grow here. If you'd like, you can balance on the right side and reach that left arm forward. If you want to open it up even more, open it up. explore. What do you like? Excellent. Gently bring it all back in. Let's push those hips back again. Let's get some opening in the lower back. Lengthen the spine again. Let's curl the toes under and come back into a squat. So we're going to move into a crow pose. It might not work for you in your body, but I'm going to give you a lot of places along the way that you can pause. First, you can bring a blanket out front. Cushion, something to land on if you end up going too far forward. You can, if you have a block or something block-like, that might be something that you might want to include. But first, let's just find a squat pose and get this situation a little more opened up. Lovely. All right, we're going to take our hands shoulder width apart. Spread those fingers nice and wide, middle finger pointed forward. This is a great place to stop. Maybe I'm just working on the hips, working on lengthening the spine, and working on putting a little bit of weight on my hands. Maybe you want to work a little bit further. Take those knees to the backs of the arms, the upper arms, and just practice this. You can take this block, step your feet onto the block, and work here. So it might seem tempting to start looking at your feet as you move forward and try and balance on your arms, but it's really helpful to look a little bit forward on your mat. And then if you're here and you're like, I think I'm just going to try, lift one foot, lift the other foot. Maybe you've got it in you to lift both and balance. So let's just play and practice crow pose, also called crane in some places. Let's take about 2-3 more breath cycles. Hopefully you can come out nice and gently. Get the block away. Get the blanket away. If you can sit on your heels, just tilt your pelvis a little bit forward and back. Or cat and cow the spine. All right, there are more bird poses, but we are at the end. We're going to come onto our backs. Let's just gently hold our knees over our chest. Allow the back body to sink into the mat, realigning the spine. Take your hands on your knees. Let's make some circles. If you want to take your hands off your knees and make bigger circles, you may. It's just a nice back support and reverse directions. Lovely. All right, we're going to do a couple digestive helpers. So let's bend the right knee, extend the left leg, and then we're going to lift and lower that 5 times. nice and mindful, not really flinging it up with momentum, just using that consistent energetic engagement all the way up and all the way down. That's 3, 4, and 5. And then switch sides, so bending the left knee, extending the right leg. Get that length. And then just a nice mindful lift and lower, 5 rounds. I just finished 3, 4, 5. All right, lowering that right leg. Let's extend the left leg. We're going to reach that up towards the ceiling while the right is extended and make circles. And reverse. Just doing 5 circles each direction. Lovely. Lower that leg, lift the right leg up, circles in one direction. I don't know why, it just always makes me laugh when I make a shape that really looks nothing like a circle. And reverse. There we go. All right, bring those knees back in and lower the feet to the mat. We're going to take our arms by our sides, palms down, take a couple bridge poses. So tuck those shoulder blades under. Really ground the feet, ground the hands, arms, shoulders, and lift the hips. Reach the knees forward. You can lift the chest. Yeah, really lean down into those shoulder blades. And then just lower that in one piece back down to the mat. Tilt the pelvis forward and backwards. Lifting the lower back off the mat, bringing it down in contact with the mat. All right, and this time we're going to meet up the lower back down in contact with the mat, scooping that tailbone under. And then we're going to peel our spine off the mat, one bump at a time. Takes mindfulness. Love it. Lift, then starting with the neck, lower one vertebra at a time. Even through that little low back arch. Yes, good job. All right, we're going to take a minute or less of free yoga. So if there are any shapes that your body did not get to make today and they really, really want to, you've got time to play with that. Whenever you're ready, find yourself in your final resting pose. Pose that allows you to let go completely, not having to worry about maintaining any tension. With these next few breath cycles, as you allow your breath to deepen, just take a little trip through your body, expressing some gratitude if you'd like for all that it does for you, all that it's able to do. Whenever you feel ready, you can introduce some movement. Just gently bringing yourself back to life, rolling over to your side, and finding your seated pose when you feel called to do that. Keeping your eyes closed if that's comfortable. Just a few breath cycles here, tuning in. What does it feel like now in your body, in your mind, in your heart? Is there anything in particular you want to celebrate or take with you into your day or express more gratitude for? Nice. And one more full breath cycle into your whole being. Whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. Namaste. I'm so thankful that you came and practiced with me today. Hopefully you're part of the community. If not, please consider subscribing. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. If you have questions or comments or gratitudes, I would love to see that as well. Enjoy whatever week you have ahead of you.